Hello Libra, welcome to your reading for July 9 through 22, 2024. This is reading if you are Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, or have another significant Libra placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my videos, which include tarot videos, my Azrael channeling videos, and also I do a daily morning coffee with Breege. It's on Instagram at 6:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. If you actually want to get a daily reading in the morning, I do a daily reading with my morning coffee live streams. And if you end up catching it later, you can get an additional reading just by viewing it. I usually cover some kind of topic connected to my coaching practice, and then I will get into a reading for the day a little later on in the video. And I try to remember to post these every day. Sometimes I'm a little late with them. If you are interested in any of my services, you can check the description box below. I have now do Chthonia healing, which I have a video out about that as well. And I also do Reiki. I teach Reiki classes. I do astrology, human design, and of course I do tarot and oracle readings as well, all as part of my services. And so like I said, the link is in the description box below if you are interested in getting a reading with me, or any of my availing yourself of any of my other services. And of course my social media is listed down there as well. Okay, so all that done and put aside, all business, let's get into your reading. Now, first of all, it seems to me, Libra, that you may be hiding certain aspects of yourself from people right now. I feel like you are kind of in a wait and see mode a little bit. And there may be things that you have on your mind, or there may be things about you that you're just not making apparent to other people. When the Sphinx card comes up, there's a sense here that we are withholding information from people. And it may just be that you want time to figure some things out on your own, and you're not necessarily going to share them with other people. So you seem to be going through a bit of a reflective period right now. I do see Pyramid in the 8th house, so it does seem like there has been some tests and challenges recently, and you may be wanting to think about how you're going to resolve them. This is almost an initiatory kind of card, so it feels like you are moving into some kind of a new phase in your life. There may be some tests regarding the past or older things, but ultimately Pyramid is good news eventually. You are going to be taking a trip. I mean, I see a long trip across water. In fact, you've got trip or travel cards in both the 3rd and the 9th house, because you have Anubis in the 3rd and water in the 9th. So this is both long trips and short trips. So it seems like you're going to be doing a lot of traveling this summer, which looks good. I see a lot of work going into, there's something that you're doing in terms of your career where you are making a lot of sacrifices here. We have Buckle of Isis over here in the 10th. I don't know if you can see. And this card, when it shows up in that house, suggests to me that you are putting a lot of hard work into something and hoping that you're going to see the reward for it. And that does seem to indicate that you will. And you've also got Ta over here in the 6th house. So yeah, again, there's this definite idea of building, of creating something, of mastery. Now you do have Seth over here in your creativity house. So I don't know if some of you have felt creatively blocked recently. This could also have to do with love, and I'll talk about that separately. But it does seem to me like there may be something, the fact that I'm seeing it with fire can indicate that there may have been a block in inspiration recently, or perhaps you've had certain issues around that for yourself. But again, fire does seem to indicate a spark of creativity that is returning. And I feel like for those of you who might be creatives, you're kind of working to get past this block. And I feel like you also may be working on things that are a little more connected to, I don't know, the practical end of things. Like Ta to me is more about building something. It can be doing something with your hands or making something with your hands. But there's also, this is Saturn and this is Capricorn energy, Saturn energy. There's this persistent, working hard, slow, steady energy to this. So yeah, I feel like you're traveling, but you're also spending a lot of time on your work. I also see that there's something going to be unexpected with regard to money. You have Urias here in the 2nd house, but it's not necessarily a bad thing here. In fact, I don't think it's a bad thing. Usually Urias shows up when money comes in from some unexpected place. There's some kind of something unexpected with connection to money and finances. But again, Urias is a positive card, so usually this it also kind of indicates keeping situations about money, or maybe how much money you have or how much money you're getting for something, to yourself. Like, just there's just certain things that you want to, that for some reason, there's a whole lot here. You've also got Nephthys in the 12th. There's a whole lot here that's kind of not being shared right now. And it may well just be because you're in a space where you're still trying to figure some things out. And so therefore you don't want to, you're being very, very cautious in a lot of areas here. Now there does seem to be something going on in the home sector. You've got Sirius here. So this may be an expansion of your horizons. You may be thinking outside the box a little bit. This is also, like I said, a very strong physical card. So I don't know if you're spending a lot of time at home, like working out, or certainly even with Ta here, there could be a lot of focus on exercise and physical health. But this also could just be a situation that you feel has to be endured with respect to family or respect to your home. I mean, this could come about when you decide you're going to do a deep clean of your house and reorganize or something like that, because this is just about putting a physical effort into something, but it can also be about putting a mental effort into something. So so I don't know, there's something in the home or around the home sector where you feel maybe like there's a little bit of endurance that you're doing, or maybe having to show a little bit of strength. I don't know if there's some things with family members where it's just, maybe you're doing some things more out of duty and obligation rather than, because it's something you're really like jazzed about doing. But again, also with Anubis here in the 3rd, there's a sense of being diplomatic, having a sense of humor and trying to, this is more about like friendly negotiation and things like that. So I feel like whatever's going on, you are keeping a lot to yourself, but I also think you are trying to, trying to maintain an even keel with people and so forth. Now, as far as relationships go, if love is something that is of interest to you, there does seem to be, and this is assuming you don't have you could either be dating someone or maybe you're not in a relationship. If you're married and so forth, this aspect would not apply the way I'm describing it. But this could indicate problems, blocks, or maybe anxiety about somebody, either somebody you have dated or maybe somebody you're thinking about. Maybe there's been a relationship situation that doesn't seem like it's going, like there's barriers to it, or maybe it hasn't gone as well as you would have liked. With fire here, it could be a situation where there was a lot of passion, but that maybe it didn't go really beyond that. But over here in the 7th house here, you have Horus. Which is another fiery kind of an energy. And I think this could really, when I look at it in this particular house, I think Horus this is about somebody who's popular and who's charismatic. So this could be somebody that you're attracting. You could be attracting a creative person or somebody who is very charismatic, or this could be you. It could be that a lot of people are looking at you right now, but maybe I don't know, maybe there's going to be a lot of people who are only interested in maybe more physical relationships. There may be more about physical passion than it is about wanting to have long-term staying power. And that I don't feel like that's something you want right now. Like if you had to choose, I think you would prefer friendship. There's some healing that seems to be going on around love and love relationships. If you are married and you were in that kind of a situation, then Horus actually is a very, very positive omen. It could mean spending more time with family. It can also be spending time healing, whether that's physical healing or there's been emotional healing of some kind. Maybe you have a partner who's been under a lot of stress, or maybe has had some physical issues, but this definitely shows somebody being on the up and up. Can also just indicate a partner who's recognized or very well known. So take it all as it resonates there. Overall, you do have the twins. So it does seem to indicate that working with others or other people are somehow a factor in things that are going on for you right now. And maybe it's that you're waiting on support from other people, or maybe there's just other people around you. There's something about a relationship or working with others that is affecting everything right now, because it's in the center of your reading. You do have Lotus over here in the 11th house, which is the house of Aquarian energy. And so with the Lotus there, off the top of my head, I would just say, that either means that there may be a friendship that maybe you've been worried about and it's saying not to worry. Like if you've been worrying that maybe something isn't going well, maybe, I don't know, maybe a friend wanted to become a lover, maybe that didn't work out, maybe there's some worry about that. That's a possibility. But with Lotus there definitely is the sense of not worrying and peaceful continuity. So I don't know, either there's a friendship or a situation that you don't have to worry about, or if this is with respect to your goals and hopes and wishes, which is the other aspect of the 11th house, It's just basically saying peaceful continuity right now. I just feel like you're kind of floating along right now. You may be traveling a lot and working hard at something. Let's see what the tarot says to clarify your reading here. Okay, yeah, you've got a lot of worry here. You've got the Nine of Swords here. I'm using the Halloween tarot today, so we've got the Nine of Bats in the first house. So this suggests to me that you may be withdrawing because you may be worried about something. This is usually a worry about something, more like something that might happen rather than something that is happening. And so you may be worrying a lot about something, and so therefore but you don't want to share that with others. You're kind of keeping it to yourself. In the financial house, we have the Page of Cups, or the Page of Ghosts in this one. And that actually suggests to me that a possible messages or a new beginning surrounding money. I mean, Page of Ghosts indicates money surrounding something that you care about. It's not just something that you do, something that you might do to make money just because you're supposed to, but rather something that maybe is either creatively fulfilling or emotionally fulfilling in some way. Because the Page of Ghosts to me is more about something that is emotional. So I don't know, you may have an opportunity to make money at a project that maybe it's a new business venture or something new, some new income stream that is connected to something that you really enjoy. That's what that feels like over there. Our third house, okay, we have the Ten of Imps and the King of Ghosts. Okay, so this seems to suggest to me that you've maybe been under a lot of pressure lately or feel like you're carrying the burdens of a lot of people. And King of Cups is just kind of like emotionally withdrawing to a certain degree. King of Cups is energy. I mean, it can be where you're keeping control of your emotions and maybe reining your emotions in, but this can also be a card of having fun, enjoying yourself. Both of these actually do make sense with Anubis, because Anubis can be a card of protection. Okay, it is a card of travel, but it's also a card of protection and protecting yourself, but at the same time being friendly and relaxed and having a good time. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm out there being friendly with people, but I'm not opening myself up too much. It's that kind of energy. And these two cards definitely support that idea. I mean, this is the Ten of Wands energy. And so this shows up when we are ready to set our burdens down, when we are tired of situations, whether this has to do with business, because this is the third house, or whether this is just burdens that are being set upon you. This is also just the house of communications and messages. Maybe you're getting a lot of messages that you're just tired of, or something like that. And this would be saying that you're ready to lay that down and just rein things in a little bit. Enjoy yourself, relax, focus on yourself, but perhaps rein in your emotions, or maybe not as being as emotionally available to people. I mean, the King of Cups can be somebody who is a lover, but I feel like, I don't know, in combination here, I feel like this is almost like a vulnerability, and right now you just maybe, again, feeling like you want to protect yourself here because there's things you're worried about. Let's look at the fourth house here. See what's going on with home and family. Whoops. Okay. Okay, well, our card here is the Sun, so that's good. So it does seem to me that there's a situation where there could be a child involved with the situation for some people when the Sun card comes up. So maybe there could be a new child or a new addition to a family. It doesn't have to be, though. The Sun can also just bring clarity to a situation. This card would come up when when the path forward on something becomes very, very clear. But the fact that we see it with Sirius, this seems to indicate that this may give you a new way of thinking about a situation. This may be connected to a family situation, or maybe connected to your home in some way. Again, it'll vary. This is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But the Sun is definitely a positive omen. It's the idea of things being warm, sunny. Again, clarity, forward path is able to be seen. Situation where something is clear, not where things are murky and uncertain, which is interesting, because you've got Nephthys in the 12th house. There may be a lot of things that have not been clear. Though Nephthys in the 12th house can also mean having a very strong psychic sense too. So maybe there's just things that you're able to pick up, maybe even through other senses. But it seems like there's some new way of thinking with regard maybe to a home or family situation, and that there just seems to be some clarity, and there's a lot of happiness here. In spite of the fact that I feel like there's some work going on. Work doesn't have to be a negative thing. It just can mean something that takes up some of our energy. Okay, so let's look at this situation here. Okay, so we have the Page of Imps, which is the Page of Wands, and the Six of Pumpkins, which is the Six of Pentacles. And that's showing up here for your 5th house. So, okay, this has to do with messages, and this also has to do with charity of some kind. So this could be that you're getting a message from somebody. I feel like either somebody's expecting you to overgive something to them. Again, this could be a love relationship. It could be related to a creative project. Take it as it resonates. Could connect to a child too for some people, because pages sometimes are children, and this is the house of children. So there could be an issue with either a very demanding child, or maybe if, for people maybe who are in joint custody arrangements, maybe there's somebody who's demanding too much for the child, or wants too much of you, or maybe you need to be more reliant on somebody else. But again, I feel overall this is like there's messages coming in from people who either, like I said, I feel like they want something from you. And right now I feel like you're like, no, I'm not ready to give whatever this is right now. Maybe, like I said, maybe you have some great new creative idea, and maybe there's a lot of people who are saying, ooh, yeah, give me, I want a piece of that. The cat that's here that is, or the person in the cat costume who is, getting the treats here. But there's this idea that somebody may want something, a piece of something, and you may be getting messages in. But I don't know. With this, I feel like right now you're just kind of like, no, I'm backing off, wait and see. So whether that has to do with a love relationship or a creative project, I feel like it could go either way. But I feel like you are definitely, seems to be a lot of excitement about either you or something you're doing, because we've also got fire here. But again, there may be this situation of, are you compromising yourself, or are people expecting you to give too much in a situation? 6th house, okay, we have 5 of Pumpkins, 10 of Bats, and 10 of Ghosts. Wow. So we've got the 5 of Pentacles, we've got the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups showing up here in your 6th house. Okay, so this is also the house of worry. Now, Ta is, again, you working very hard at something, you building your foundation and doing something. But there's a situation here. This might be a family situation or something where you feel left out in the cold, or you're worried that you're going to be left out in the cold. I mean, when we have this kind of card, for some of you, this could be financial worries too. I don't think that's necessarily true for everybody. But yeah, I feel like there's just, because 10 of Ghosts to me, that there's very strong family vibe connected to this. And the fact that I'm seeing the sun over here too. So I don't know. Maybe there's a situation or maybe you felt left out in the cold and you feel like something's come to an end. But 10 of Ghosts here could indicate that this usually is a card of happiness and the family being together. So, and with Ta here, I don't know. I don't, again, there's this element here that this is the house of worry. 6th house is the house of worry. This could have to do with a job for some of you. Maybe there's a job situation where you feel like, maybe you want something to end here. Maybe you feel like you're not really part of something or participating in something. And like I said, it could just be that this thing that's ending or this thing you're worried about might well be this. But I don't know, kind of looking at these together, I just want to see if I can get something to clarify that 10 of Ghosts. I have a feeling, like I said, it could just be a worry about a particular situation, maybe about a particular happiness coming to an end. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here, so this has to do with tradition. This says to me that, yeah, I think I feel like you are somebody who is looking, there definitely seems to be this idea of family happiness, of things happening, of things coming together. Again, for some of you, maybe this is going to have to do with a child, either the birth of a child or something surrounding a child. But there also seems to be some kind of worries because somebody's being left out. Something has ended. Someone's being left out. Hierophant is somebody with very traditional values connected to family. So the fact that I'm seeing these two cards suggests to me that I don't know, there's some situation maybe where you felt left out in the cold, or maybe you felt betrayed in some way. I mean, these two kind of carry that vibe. I could suggest that one's ending the other, but that's not really what I'm getting. I'm getting a situation where maybe you really feel like you have been but But I don't know. But with Ta here, there's a sense of doing the right thing, of rebuilding. And the fact that you have the sun over here, if this is a family situation, I feel like maybe this is a situation that's been bad and can be now be rectified in some way or made good. This is what, Hierophant is traditional values, but also kind of this higher level of commitment. So I don't know. That's interesting. This could be that's actually what this could be, is family problems being solved, or at least you with Ta here. Because again, this is Capricorn, this is Saturn energy. This would definitely be about doing things traditional way, slow and steady way, being practical about something, but also about building something, building a home, building a structure, building something. So I don't know, you may start to get over any worries about this and rebuild, but you may be thinking about the situation differently, or there just may be something, I don't know that it's a situation that's really going to change, but I feel like with Sirius here, you may start thinking about something differently. So if that makes sense, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, 7th house, we have that Horus, and then we have the 3 of Imps, which is the 3 of Wands. A lot of 3 energy here, too, because you got 3 on the Horus card. This is 3, and you've got 21 in the card right across from it, and that's 2 plus 1 is 3. So I don't know if the number 3 is significant with regard to a partnership or relationship. This suggests, though, working with somebody. This is like a group. 3 of Imps is the idea of looking out and looking to others to help you manifest something. And with Horus here, I don't know. Again, if you're married, this could relate to your partner. This could be something you and your partner are doing with somebody else. If you're single, this might just be that you, right now, in terms of partnerships, maybe you're looking more to a business partnership. Maybe you're looking more towards somebody who you can collaborate with on something. Like there's a strong creative element to this, and this is sort of about manifesting the things that you want. For those who are creatives, the fact that I'm seeing this here, I don't know. I feel like there may be opportunities here to work with others, or maybe for increased visibility in something. But I feel like there's this energy, this concern over this give and take, or whether or not you're giving too much, or whether you're relying too much on other people. I don't know. It's interesting because I just feel like this feels a little bit more to me like a business or creative partnership than it does a love relationship thing. But you take it as it resonates. If you are having love difficulties, then that's obviously the interpretation for you. But if you have somebody who you feel is taking a lot, and you feel like you're overgiving to that person, or maybe you're leaning on that person too much. But there definitely just seems to be this vibe here of trying to manifest things through the help of others. And 3 of the Wands cards, they can have to do with fire, they can have to do with passion, but really I see this more as having to do with like a business partnership or a venture. There's something in which you're working with somebody on something. And this person, could be a spouse or a love partner too. If you're somebody looking for love and you watch this reading saying, hey, I want to know about my next partner, then it does seem like it's somebody who you might be collaborating with on something. Okay, that's the vibe I get, possibly creatively or possibly in something connected to health, maybe somebody you're going to meet through your family. All of those things are possible. Okay, a bunch of cards just fell out for, actually, you know what, I don't feel like I want to do that. Let's do the 8th house here. Okay, with the Pyramid, we have the Devil card. All right, so there's our Capricorn energy again. And I think here with the Devil card, I feel like the test here it's a test. It's funny. It's a test I've been talking about a lot on my live streams. And that is the idea that you're moving into a new territory and there's a desire or a temptation to want to go back to the way things were or to do what's safe. But the Devil would be suggesting that it's like an attachment. It's like, you see the little babies on the, or actually, I think these are really almost like they're kind of like little babies or little dwarf children or whatever. But in any case, there's the she-devil who's kind of got them on this, on these little leads. And it's the idea of something that we have that attaches us to the past or attaches us to a situation that's not good for us. And you may be tested here. You may have an opportunity here to break away or to move out of the space where you are very attached to something, okay? But the Devil does seem to indicate that there may be strong, yeah, there's just something that you keep repeating over and over again that frustrates you, I think. I think something you'd like to break out of. And I feel like there's something connected to family with this, with a lot of this. But again, the fact that I see good news eventually, the fact that I see clarity coming in a new way of thinking, I do think you're going to get out of whatever this devil energy is. I do think you'll end up in a different space here. Yeah, with water, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So for those of you who are traveling or taking a trip, I feel like there's something significant, or I'm going to use the word fated. Of course, I'm going to use it advisedly because I don't necessarily think everything is fated. But Wheel of Fortune seems to indicate something coming in that is not, it's not an opportunity you are looking for. So in other words, if you're traveling and saying, I'm going for objective X or Y, whatever this is doesn't necessarily have to do with objective X or Y. It's just something that's going to happen, more something that's going to happen to you rather than something you're going to have happen. The Wheel of Fortune suggests a chance for a change in fortune, and it feels to me like it's a positive change, okay? That there's going to be a trip where something is going to come about that is, yeah, let's just see if I can pull another card. Oh, wow, Ace of Ghosts. So this is a new beginning of some kind. I mean, Ace of Ghosts or Ace of Cups usually has to do with love. So this could be new love on a trip, or it just could be new inspiration. The fact that I see the Page of Ghosts over here, this is the Ace of Ghosts, Page of Ghosts. It could be a new financial opportunity as well. Maybe an opportunity to do something that you really love or connected to something that you love. So that certainly looks positive. Let's look at your 10th house here. Okay, you got King of Bats. Yeah, this is the King of Swords. And to see this here, especially with the Ta and the Buckle of Isis, this is you kind of being practical, logical, analyzing a situation rather than simply going with your feelings. But the fact that you have Buckle of Isis, this does seem to indicate a sacrifice needs to be made, like a decision needs to be made when this card comes up. And it may be a decision that you need to make, and that you might need to take your emotions out of it to some degree, because the fact that I'm seeing that you're very, very worried about certain things here, that maybe you're feeling overburdened in a lot of places, there may just be a decision that you have to make. There may be a decision to let go of whatever this is with regard to your future work. King of Bats can also indicate legal stuff too. So I feel like there could also be, I don't know, like if it's your business, maybe you're going to be doing something. Maybe you're looking to protect your intellectual property. That could be a thing too. Maybe there's a concern about that. That might be part of it as well. In any case, whatever sacrifices you're making now, it's definitely telling you to take a very logical and analytical frame of mind when looking at it. But it does seem like whatever you're putting in right now is going to be rewarded. Okay, we have the World card over here with the with the Lotus. So this is great because if you're trying to accomplish something, the World definitely suggests being able to complete something, a project, an idea, a mission, a goal, being able to successfully bring something to a completion in a way that satisfies you. This can also indicate, see, the World to me also can indicate travel. So I don't know, this could be new friends who you meet, abroad or far away, like someplace not close to home. The fact that I'm seeing this Wheel of Fortune and Ace of Cups with water in the 9th house makes me think that, I don't know, you're having an opportunity to expand your horizons in some way. I mean, right now I think you're just working on sort of calming the mind here. But something is, you're waiting for something to come to a successful conclusion, and I think that's going to happen. Okay, with Nepethys we have the Moon, and again, that's the same exact energy. I feel like you're very, very psychic right now. Whatever your intuition is telling you, you really want to pay attention to, because the Moon definitely fits in with the 12th house. But of course, Nepethys and the Moon can also indicate areas where we're unsure. And that would make sense with this, because this is a card where we are spending a lot of time worrying about what we're not clear on, what might not happen. So yeah, what you're thinking about here and not showing others is all the stuff that you're like, okay, I'm not sure of the clear path forward. But I don't know, that clear path seems like it's going to come. And there's a pattern here. There's some burdens here that are going to be dropped. I feel like you're moving more in the direction of working with others and also working towards something that you really want. Now, it's interesting because overall with the twins, we have the Three of Bats. So this is a card of isolation. And the fact that I see these two together suggests to me that maybe you're feeling isolated right now, but I think it's reminding you that you're not isolated, that you do have help, that you do have support, that there are people out there who want to work with you. But of course, there may be also a sense of separation. Maybe there's a lot of people who are in your space and in your business right now, and you're like, look, I need to separate out and figure out things on my own. So what's coming into my head is the phrase separating the wheat from the chaff. So I feel like you may be in a space right now where you're just trying to figure out what stays and what goes. But you definitely seems like you're on the path to do something new. You're making some big decisions, and right now you're kind of keeping a lot of stuff to yourself. Let's see. I have the Essential Oil Oracle this week, and okay, the card we have for you is turmeric, and the keyword is belief. So the trigger statement is it's too late. The true statement is I am free to believe. You are clearing away beliefs, energy, and memories that no longer serve you, so the necessary decisions will be made. Yeah, there you are, Libra. This is you separating yourself from things in the past, and and the necessary decisions. Here we have the King of Bats, the world bringing certain things to an end, the devil, breaking out of old habit patterns. I feel like you need to let go of your worries. I think you're going to have some new opportunities. I think you want to be, I think you don't want to. I mean, obviously, I feel like you're in a very cautious space right now, but I don't know. There may be some new financial opportunities, and I would definitely look long and hard at them. I feel like that, and something connected to some kind of a trip is, and again, if you're not traveling, then I don't know. This could have to do with school. It could have to do with change in spiritual beliefs. The ninth house has to do with all of that stuff. But I don't know. But I feel with all this, I feel like there's definitely travel for somebody. And I don't know. There's something that's going to happen there that I think that's going to be a key to future happiness for you. So, and there seems to be something connected with the family here, like some kind of clarity coming in, some new way of thinking, and some surprises with regard to money and making money. So, yeah, this Nine of Bats, the fact that this is showing up, when this card shows up, when the Nine of Swords shows up, I always feel like it's the kind of mental torment that we put ourselves through, but oftentimes the environmental situation is not as bad as we think it is. So, so hang in there, Libra. I feel like you are definitely moving in a new direction towards something good, something different. And so be open to new, I know there's some things are worrying you right now, but do be open to new possibilities. That's it for this particular reading. I hope you have a great July, and we'll see you closer to the end of the month.